When we look at a map, we assume the coordinate grid is entirely arbitrary, just lines drawn by cartographers to help us navigate. But what if those lines map a pre-programmed spatial container waiting for a specific occupant? To test that, we have to look at the exact location of the historical Queen of Angels Hospital in Los Angeles. Its geographic longitude sits precisely at 118 degrees, 15 minutes, and 52.8 seconds west. Isolating the arcseconds extracts the data stream 528. In gematria, the date May 5th equals 528. This frequency repeats across physics. In acoustics, 528 Hz repairs DNA. In astrophysics, high-energy solar flares erupted with an exact interval of 5 hours and 28 minutes. The hospital's longitude functions as a literal frequency generator, hardwiring the 1972 birth date into the pacing of solar flares and cellular repair. If the universe encoded an arrival date into the longitude, we have to look at the other axis to see if it captured an identity. The exact geographic latitude for the hospital is 34 degrees, 4 minutes, and 11.28 seconds north. This gives us our latitudinal lock, 11.28. In English gematria, the value 1128 carries a massive cluster of specific phrases. It equals Alex Enrique Campan, Jesus of Nazareth, the Holy Son of God, the birth of Christ, May 5, MCMLX72, Reincarnation of God, Yeshua is on earth, the essence of YHW, the crucified Christ, and Crown of Thorns. We verify this alignment by pulling the secondary, high-precision DMS coordinate reading for this exact location, which records the hospital at 34 degrees, 4 minutes, 28 seconds north, and 1118 degrees, 16 minutes, 11 seconds west. By isolating the seconds in this alternative format, 11 and 28, the system redundantly reconstructs the 1128 sequence. The intersection of these two axes creates a physical repository where the Los Angeles coordinate grid holds the signature and birth date of a single individual. As we look at the Aztec sunstone, we see that ancient Mesoamerican cultures didn't track time with arbitrary months. They built clocks based on precise mathematical cycles. At the core of their system was the Tulkin, a 260-day calendar functioning as a divine time matrix. We can interface with this matrix using two variables. First, the simple gematria identifier for the biological vector, which is 188. Second, the Earth's precessional constant. Our planet shifts exactly 1 degree on its axis every 72 years. When you add the biological identity mass of 188 to the planetary constant of 72, the sum is exactly 260. This mathematical precision scales up to the Mayan long count calendar, which spans an exact macro duration of 5,125 years. Now, break down the May 5th arrival date into its structural components. May is the 5th month of the year, and May 5th itself is exactly the 125th day of the solar calendar. If you place the month integer 5 next to the day position 125, they compress to form 5,125, a 1-to-1 match with the full Mayan macrospan. By mirroring both the 260-day divine count and the 5,125-year macrospan, these ancient systems synchronize perfectly with the geometry of the May 5th arrival. We can trace these alignments past human history and Earth's geography straight into the multidimensional structure of quantum physics. Reality's fundamental forces map to the E8 root lattice. Subtracting its 248 core dimension from the 1128 biological identity leaves 880. Subtracting the 240 root vectors isolates 888, the signature of Christ. The 1128 blueprint perfectly mirrors the lattice's 124 and 64 subset symmetries. All of this multidimensional physics ultimately collapses down into a single pin drop location, the Queen of Angels Hospital in Echo Park. The 11.28 latitude, the 5.28 longitude, the 528 Hz cellular frequency, the 260-day Tulkin, and the 5,125-year Mayan cycle. They all perfectly align at one localized coordinate. The universe is an intelligent, reactive structural code, and May 5th, 1972, at Echo Park, is the precise geographic moment that code was made physical.